So there's a lot of mysteries and questions about the Tesla stock, the Tesla company, and I'm going to try to answer some of them, try to explain to you what's going on. There's a lot of haters of Elon Musk. I don't know why, because the guy's accomplishing something that no one else is able to pull off. Like, even, I was talking to somebody, oh, the cars are no good, or this or that. He's got superchargers across the country. He's able to develop that infrastructure. You know how hard that is? He's been able to produce and monetize these cars. These cars, you don't need oil changes. They don't need maintenance. To be able to start a car business from scratch and pull it off takes extreme levels of calculation. And to simultaneously do that with a solar business and a space exploration business, right? So the stock right now is at 1,600. We'll talk a little bit more about the price. It's overpriced relative to profits and things like that, but it has a speculative value in it, right? Where people just want to own it because it might be something incredible tomorrow. Why would it be incredible tomorrow? Robo-taxis, okay? A military contract. If, the U.S. military buys those cyber trucks, right? Outfits them with lasers and armors them up and uses them for the military instead of the bullshit Humvees that they were using. They need, Humvee, they need air, they need gas, they need this, they need that. Here you have, and then you have one other business that I don't want to forget. This Constellation, the internet service with the millions of satellites that he's putting up there. So you got this Cybertruck. It's super easy to produce. It's stupid looking to me, but it has a certain appeal, and it's going to have extraordinary military implications. So if he gets a military contract, having that stock is going to be a major winner. The military is already working with him, sending U.S. astronauts, using the Air Force, the Space Force that Trump is coming up with, probably going to use SpaceX rockets. No one else is able to compete with him on that end. Self-driving technology. This is the only person in our generation, like if we lose this guy, if he gets assassinated, it's going to change the course of history, God forbid. Because he's the only person where we have a chance to go green. You can have a solar panel on your roof. I don't know if you've seen these solar panels. They're ridiculous. They're seamless. They go into the roof. They look beautiful. They're durable. And you can have a solar roof that's going to give you free energy. You can have a battery that's going to, in the home, the power wall, that's going to give you energy that you could use in power outages and to charge your car. You're going to be able to have a car that drives itself. You're going to be able to have a rocket that could take you to other planets, essentially, as it's scaled upwards. That's going to be able to gather military contracts with his vehicles. And then you're going to have an internet service that's going to be able to provide internet across the planet. And how are you going to compete with that, right? How are you going to be able to beat that business out? Even if you start today with the GMs and the Fords and everybody else, they're so lazy, so ignorant. Those businesses have been built by better people than the ones that are running it. And they'll never be able to catch up. They'll never be able to catch up. So the price of that stock, to me, is worth it's worth a lot of money as far as speculation. As far as what's on the books, it might not be worth as much. But Boris, what can you tell us about Tesla stocks and prices?
Well, the article that I read basically said that last year investors were getting really spooked out because of the debt that his company had. And that's why the stock price dropped 14%, I believe, last year, a couple of days ago.
What was the low? Do you remember?
Well, if it's 1,600 now, then 14% off would be...
It wasn't 14 off of 1,600. It was like, there was a time, listen, I remember summer last year, the stock was $250 a share. And I was dreaming about buying it, but I invest only in one stock, which is TraxNews.
So now it just shot back up because of what, SpaceX and stuff?
Yeah, because speculation, because he won. People were like, listen, at that point in time, people were asking themselves, is this guy just a moron with an electric skateboard that did a good job with that electric skateboard car, but it's going to go bankrupt? Or is he the guy that's going to control the future? Now, when you bring in people to the space station, you know what I'm saying? Go and try to bring somebody to a space station right now, bro. See what it takes you. You know what I'm saying? Now that he's accomplished that, people take it serious, and then all of his lofty goals, Mars, self-driving taxis, You know, all those seem super realistic because he was able to pull something off that NASA couldn't do it. Nobody could do it. NASA was flying Soviet rockets up to the space station to replenish them, spending crazy amounts of money. He's got rockets landing on some of the size of this coffee table. That's what people say. Hey, listen, I'll be able to buy this stock now, and then you take a look at what Amazon was. It's still early days for Tesla. He's still investing in it. You take a look at what Amazon was, what Microsoft was, what Apple was when it's in its early days, and then you're gonna see what you're really owning. You know, and when that thing gets up to scale, and you could be tripling, quadrupling, you know, times 50 your money. So people are like, you know what? I'm gonna get in on it now. Now the other thing that's playing along is Cash App and all these little apps where you can take the money and buy stocks with it. You know, what is the average person, the kids that have Cash App and all the people out there that have, what stocks are they gonna buy? They're gonna buy Amazon. They're gonna buy Tesla. And that's when you think future, you're gonna think of Tesla. So that is to a lot of people unwarranted. And there was people around that time that when it was at like 350, it went down to something like 250, and this guy was shorting the stock because he was a Tesla hater, and he was laughing and laughing. Elon Musk, ha ha ha! Thanks for making me all this money, this and that. He shorted it again, and he fucking lost it all. Because I don't know if you understand, shorting a stock is placing a bet that it's gonna go down. It's borrowing stock from a company. You know, I'm selling it and hoping to buy it later to sell it back to the company that owns it, like the brokerage house. So you know, people did that and they lost because they bet against this guy and they thought Cybertruck was bullshit and they're never gonna produce. You know, gigafactories, huge factories in China. There's a big gigafactory in Berlin that's about to come out. You are talking about massive amounts of assets. You're spending money on incredible assets. If you could get that business to roll, then 30 years out, that Tesla stock, if they don't split it, will probably be, you know what I'm saying, $150,000 a share. That's really what it is.